So, in this video, we try to understand fraction, ratio, and the proportion. They are quite similar things. Okay, so we try to cover these topics in this video. Now, if we see the fractions, okay, so nothing but you see that this like you can say as 8 by 4, 8 by 4. It is a type of fraction. Another type of is like a mm, mhm, no, you can say that suppose 1 by 2, okay, and one more here, which is nothing but the 1. So it is and then no, sorry, 1, okay, and um, again suppose here is a 1. Two. We generally see this type of fraction. And what is the difference in these three fractions is that in the here the numerator is greater and the denominator is smaller. Here the numerator is smaller and the denominator is greater. Here is something else. Like okay, this form is all in this form also or in this form also. In which the one is something which is complete and 1 by is anything else. Okay, like it is the remaining part. You can say that it's the complete part, this is the remaining part. You can also write this the 2 by 3. Okay, it is nothing but you can say that when you divide 3 by 2, you get one complete portion and one half portion, 1 by 2 portion is remaining. Okay, suppose suppose you try to divide it. Okay, no problem. This, sorry, this, okay, sorry, I just want to make it like this. No, okay. What happens to this year? I don't know, I'm a little bit new. Okay, this is no problem, it is good. Suppose this is a which we what we basically divide in our small classes in our basic level when we start to divide any number. So you can see that, or you can just using this. Okay, so this is sorry, this too much small, so little bit, no, yeah, this size is okay. So this is 3, okay, and here is 2. So you can when you divide, so this is 1, okay, 1 the 2, so here we write 2, and when we minus it, it is remaining is 1. Okay, from this you can understand that this one is nothing but this one. It's basically because 2 is one time completely divide 3. Okay, so this one is it. Now the remaining is this one. Okay, this one we can't divide by 2. Oh, and generally we can say that 0.5 is the answer. In basic level, in simple, suppose you are in a 4th class. At that time you don't know about this thing. Okay, so this is like this. Okay, it is nothing just a if fraction is nothing but a division type thing. It is this. Basically, first I want to just erase this. Yeah, it is too much dirty. Oh, it is too much dirty. So basically fraction is what or where we generally use the fraction, we converted a number which is divided by any number in a form. After that we can't divide it or we can't simplify it, we can't make it more small than that. Okay, suppose you have a what suppose you have any number such as 284, okay, divided by 160. It is not a pure form. We can further simplify it by how we just divided both number by same number. Okay, this is the fraction form. Okay, this is the fraction form. Now we divide it and simplify it as much we can. Okay, as much as we can. So when we divide it by 2, so it is nothing but the 1 4 2 divided by 80. We further more divide, we can divide more it. So it is like 7 1 divided by 40. Now we can't divide this number. Why? Because in this case it is a fraction. Now we converted it as a proportion. Okay, already you can see that it is in proportion, in which both number we divide only when we are divided by each other or when divided by the same number. So you can see that we divide this number by 2, divide this number by 2, do both these numbers. And now there is no any single number who can divide this both. So here we stop. You can see that this is the proportion of each other. I mean, it's the most basic or normal form of it. They are in a proportion form. Okay. Now, what is the ratio? Here, I explained after the ratio what's the meaning of this, how we can use in math, and how they simplify our calculations. But what is the ratio? Suppose you have the variable x and y. Okay, and now in your math book, the question that x is a 2 time of y. So what is the meaning? X is a 2 time of y. Okay, this is the meaning. This is the not meaning. It is the mathematical representation of the word problem. But if you come in a ratio form, now you can say that there is a two variable. Okay, x and uh, ratio y. Okay, and you can say that this. This you can say that y. The ratio of this number is this. X and y is anything, but their ratio is always 2 ratio 1 because x is 2 times greater than 1. Okay, so this is the ratio 1. Or you can uh, convert ratio into fraction and fraction into the ratio like that. X by 5 is nothing but the 1 by 2. So you can the 2 by 1, sorry. I like there's something wrong, something. This. So what? 2 by 1. Yeah, it means x is representing 2 and y is representing 1. Correct. Just I simply take this y to below x. So x y divided x, x divided by y, and 2. If nothing is in denominator part of any number, then you can put 1. So this is the fraction part, and this is the ratio of it. They are quite similar. Just simply you have to see that what is the front of what, and just write it here. But now, what the meaning of this? Okay, what the meaning of it? So nothing but just I make some space. Mhm. Suppose okay, nothing but x could be the number. X it is meaning of just that x is a actual, okay, or y with a y can be 6. Here is 6, here is 6. Yeah, this is this. When you divide this number by 2, you get when you divide this number by 6, you get 2 1, because 6 1 is 1, 6 1 is 6, and 6 2 is 12. So this and this both are equal in terms of ratio. Okay, or what? Suppose suppose you have a question that y is nothing but 3 time of x. Okay, so from here you can say that when you take the ratio of it to, sorry, you can say that y ratio you can say that the y ratio is nothing but the 1 ratio 3. Okay, now what it is meaning? Oh, sorry, just to be a little bit more hard value. So you can say that the 2 times of y. Okay, so just I erase everything, just a little bit more tough value. So for that, when I explain it a little bit more good, this, okay, 3 by x. This is the question that 2 times y is equal to the 3 times of x. And when you try to represent it um, in a ratio format, it's looking like that that 2 is here and 3 is here. Or when you represent them as a in a fraction, then it is like x divided by y is equal to 2 divided by 2 divided by 3. Now what its meaning in math world? Okay, it is nothing but they are any number which is when divided by the same number. They got the most base form of it is in 2 ratio 3. Okay, so what it means? You take any number, you try to take any number. So just I'm thinking like what that number can be. Suppose it is a 40. Okay, and it is a 21. Okay, this is that number. When you divide this these numbers with 7, you get 2 by 3. Because this is a 7, 2, 7 2 are 14, and this is a 7 3 are 21. So then the base form is 2 ratio 3. Okay, when you convert them as a ratio, you cross them by, you divide them by 7, you divide them this number also 7, so you got 2 ratio 3. It means that this number, when you double this number, when you it is meaning that y is the number, when you double it, it is equal to the 3 time of its like x. So this it means like when you double the y, you get number which is 3 times of the x. So you can we can practically also do that thing. Okay, so this x into 2 into 40 is nothing but 3 into 21. Okay, and now you can see that the 2 into 40 is nothing but 28, and it is oh sorry, 28, yeah, it is 28. I'm doing a little bit something wrong, yeah, it's like it is 3 to 3, but x is 3 times, sorry. So sorry, just here I have to write this 3, and here I have to write this. Okay, so it is nothing but what 4 3 are 12 equals 2. Oh sorry, what is happening here? So uh, it is uh, it is 40. Okay, and I'm definitely say that it is also a 42. So now you can understand when the 40 is the value of y and 21 is the value of x. But when you what when you that's but 40 is the value of x and 21 is the value of y. So when you double the value of y like this, you double the value of y. Okay, when you triple the value of x, you got the same number. Okay, so you can understand this thing from it, and you can understand this also. If you convert any fraction value in its base form, like further you can't make it more small. Okay, further you can't divide it with the same number like this, then you can write it as in a fraction form like this. Okay, this is the fraction form, and then you can write them as in ratio form. Sorry, in ratio form it is 2 ratio 3. Like x and y, the ratio of x and y is 2 ratio 3. Like it's meaning that if the x is of any number of any number, if x is of any number, then when you divide it by 2 and multiply it by 3, you get the number of y. Okay, so I will try to explain you this portion also, like what the meaning of this fraction in when you do some questions. Okay, so suppose that this is the question, like if you get the value of x. Okay, so what we get the value of x, so the value of x is nothing but the what x equal 14. So if you want to get the answer of from the help of this fraction information, so take nothing but, so when you the ratio 2 ratio 3, so take nothing but the 14 is the 2. Okay, the 2 representing the 14. So you can say that the 2 is representing 14. It means when you divide 14 by 2, it means the value of 1, okay, is 7. And now you can see that the 3 representing a value which is of like a y. So first I have to see that how the 7 comes. It is nothing but when you divide 14 by 2, so you get this value 7. And now if you know this thing, okay, if you know this thing, now you know the value of 1 unit. Because 2 representing the 14, so now the 1 representing 7. Now if you get the 1, so now you can say that according to this condition, now the value of y is nothing but the 7, or where is the 7 into 7 into 3, which is equal to 21. Okay, so this is the meaning of this fraction. It is basically when you have any value. Okay, look, it means that if you have any value, then when you divide it by 2, like when the divided by the x ratio value, you get the value of 1 unit. Okay, and then when you multiply it by its y value, you get the original value. They are nothing but they are nothing but they representing that if they have the original number, they are in a ratio 2 ratio 3. Okay, they're just representing that thing. Okay, so you can understand this. Okay, if they are nothing, the meaning of the ratio is nothing that if we have the original numbers, then when you divide it by any number which can divide both numbers, you get the smallest value is 2 ratio 3. Or if you get any number which you multiplied it by, if you get any basic, like we get the 7, and when you multiply it by the ratios, you get the original numbers. Okay, so when you get multiply 7 by 2, you got 14. When you multiply 7 by 3, you got 21. So this is the mathematical meaning or the representation of ratio. Okay, and basically they are interconvertible. Okay, now we go to understand the fraction portion. Okay, so suppose you have this figure. Okay, this area. Suppose this is your field. Okay, this is your field, and now you divide this field in some equal portions. Okay, so you divide this field in four equal portions. Okay, so just hmm, 3 seconds. Okay, this is the field, and you divide this field in five equal parts. So suppose this field, the total area of this field is nothing but 100 unit. Okay, so total field of it is 100 unit. Okay, and when you divide it by 5, you get the 20. Okay, so you can see that this portion is 20, this portion is 20. Okay, sorry, this portion is 20, this portion is 20, this portion is 20, this. Okay, you can see that now. Now, if anybody want to see that how much this portion of, suppose, okay, I just want to do some colors. Okay, if somebody ask you, okay, to somebody ask you that this portion is how much of this whole portion. So now you can say that this portion is nothing but the 1 by 5 of this whole portion. It means this is the 1, this is the 1, so there is the 1. Now, it is the 1 from the total. So total is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 portion. So this is the 5 portion. So from this you can understand that the first of all you have to clear that this number, the fraction number you get, is the most simplest form. First thing you have to you have to be careful that you got fraction is the small simplest form of it, because this is also fraction. But when you divide this 100 by 5, you got 20. So this is the most simplest formation form of this fraction. So similarly in that, when you clarify this thing, now you can see that the denominator part is always the complete portion, and the 1 is the remaining portion of the part of this portion, the 5, this portion. Okay, this is the meaning which I can explain you with the help of basic knowledge. You got some more about fractions when you try to learn more math in competitive, but here this is the sufficient knowledge that the denominator part always show the complete portion, and the numerator part is always show the part of that complete portion. So you can see that the part, this portion is a part of this whole portion. Okay, this is the part of this whole portion. Okay, so this 1 by 5 is nothing but this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is this, and this one. Or you can now, okay, you can this, if you want to represent this thing in this format. Okay, so you can say that equal 25 100. These two numbers are equal, but when you divide them with the help of 5, like this 20 by 5, you get 4. No, when you divide them by 2 by 4 by 5, or you can divide, you get these numbers. Like when you divide it by 5, you get 4 and you got here 20, and when you divided them by 4, you got 1 and you get 5. Okay, so here you can understand this thing. I'm done nothing. Just what I replace them. You can see that the 20, that 100 is from here. We just transfer it from here to here. Okay. Uh, you can see that this. Oh, sorry, I got that wrong. Yeah. Okay. I think just I take 100 from here to here. The because when you change the side of any number, it is in its opposite form. Like in here, 100 is in upside. Here is in downside. When you convert from if any number is plus in this side, it goes in here in minus. Okay, in this side it is in minus form. Okay, so this is nothing, this is the fact. Now we go through these three forms of it. Okay, now what is the meaning of if the like a numerator is greater than a denominator? It means you can further divide it. In this case and this case are similar. Like 3 is greater than 2, so you can say that 3 is greater than 2 means at least one time you can divide 3 by 2. So this one is that only, and then remaining portion 1 by 2. So this, when the numerator is greater, is nothing but you can convert them in this format. When the numerator is smaller, now you only divide both the number with the same number. Okay, in this condition, you can't further divide them. You just simplify them. You can't divide them. Okay, in this condition, but in this condition, you can more divide like in this. But this form is a little bit complicated. So people mainly deal with only this form. Okay, or you can say that on this form. This is. If you can understand now, then I try to understand it and try to make you understand or explain it. What is it? Is something remaining? Mm, suppose okay. Now you can, if you know little bit of percentage, now you can say that this portion is nothing but 20% part of this whole portion. Okay, this portion is nothing but the 20% part of this whole portion from this 1 by 5. Okay, you can see that 20 is nothing but 20% of 100. Okay, understand this thing, that this number is showing that for the denominator is showing the complete portion, and the 1 is showing the remaining portion, which you which you uh, make it some different on that portion. Okay, this is the which you can say that you give some to somebody else, or you can subtract this portion from this. Basically, what the fraction shows is the relation between they are just the relation of each other. Okay, nothing but the relation of each other. Like 1 is the part of this 4, this 5. Okay, 1 is nothing but the part of this 5. You can now suppose this is the you can say that this also, like uh, suppose, okay, 1 by 4. What it means, it is meaning that it is like 25 by 100. Okay, so now you can say that I subtract 1 from the 5, so I got 5 4, and 1 is already I have. Okay, so now it is 1 is the 20, it is the 25th is the 100, like 25th is the uh, fourth part of this 100. Okay, you can see this also, and this is the relation between them. Like when you add them, you get 5, but then also they have no relation with each other. But, but if I write, okay, if I write what this, what this, like 4 by 5. So what is I have done here? What I have done, I just simply subtract 1 from 4, from 5, and yeah, I got 5 by 4. And you can see that this is nothing but the 80 by 100. Okay, it is 80 by 100. Now this 4 by 5 is showing this portion, the 4 is showing this empty portion, and this 5 is showing this complete portion. Okay, first of all, I for so that you don't confuse, because of that purpose I erase this thing. Okay, there are no use of it now. When we learn a percentage, we get in this also. So now you can see that this, now this 4 showing this is complete portion, and now the 5 showing the 100, the 4 showing this empty portion, and this 5 showing is that the complete portion. And in this video, the 1 showing is this fill portion, and this 5 showing the complete portion. Now here is one more relation you can create from this. You create 1 by 5 relation, you create 1 4 relation. You now create this relation also, which I showed in like this 1 by 4. What I done here, I just take 1 from here and 4 from here. So now you can see that this 4 showing this portion, and this 1 showing this portion. You can say that the complete portion is the 50% more than this number. You can't you don't understand this thing now, because I not complete the percentage. So in next video we try to we try to just what I try to complete and make you understand about the percentage, how we deal with the percentage and what its meaning in our real life. Then you can get this, what its meaning, why I make this. Okay, or you can say this also, like you can add this 1 in 5 also, and you get some new number also, like 6 by 5. What it is meaning, it is meaning I add one portion more in this whole portion. I add this portion one more, so I get this. Okay, and 4 by 5 I already tell. Okay, one more thing you can say that, one more thing, just I try to explain you, is like suppose, yeah, this. If I fill one more portion of this diagram, okay, if I fill one more portion, then now what it is, you how you can represent it in fraction. So when I fill one more portion, now it is nothing just 2 by 5. What it's meaning, it is meaning like suppose this whole portion is 100, so this portion nothing but 20 plus 40 by 100. Okay, and you can say that now the two portions are filled with something, and remaining portion are blank, or you can say that the empty, or there one more relation, it can be like 2 by 3. Okay, in this condition nothing but the 2 is showing the filling portion, and the 3 is showing the like what portion, which portion, it is nothing but the 2 is showing the filling portion, and the 3 is showing the empty portion. And now what's the meaning of it, it is nothing but the 2 is 40, and this is a 60, and now you can represent them as a in ratio also. Like suppose this is the value of x. Okay, this is the value, this is the x. Okay, x, and this is y. Okay, and now they are in ratio. Okay, oh sorry, sometime I do these mistakes. And now you can say that they are nothing but the 2 ratio 3. Now what is this ratio? It's nothing but the ratio of empty part and fill part. Okay, the ratio of the empty part and fill part is like 40 ratio 30. When you divide it by the 10, so you got 4 6, and when you divide it by 2, you got 2 and 3. Okay, or you can say that when you divide this number by 20, 20 by 40 and 20 by 40 by 20 and 60 by 20, you get 2 3. So this is the relation between the ratio and the fraction, or you can say that they are the proportion of each other. They are in a proportion form. Okay, so now we continue this in a percentage formation. I make you understand about the fractions. Now in next video we continue with the percentage. Thank you. Mohammed. Update na po na, not need of it.